So 2K just dropped their latest tweet in this number 18 on the T-side watch, and it just looks like it's a locker room, man. 2K has been systematically dropping a different graphic behind the watch every single day that coincides with the countdown, and that countdown is supposed to culminate, I believe, on the 24th of this month, which is going to be 1 month before early access, and that's going to give us all the information, you know, where they're going to really start giving us the information. We're going to go through all of these, and we're going to check them out, see what the community thinks, and do all that in 1 second. But before we get started, make sure y'all like the video and comment y'all thoughts down below, because y'all already know we're trying to go with this thing to the moon. My bad. To the moon. Hey, and if nobody told y'all this today, y'all my brothers, my sisters, my family, love each and every last one of y'all. Money on the flow. Let's get straight to it, man. So check it out. Bow. We have the number 18 today, and what we want to do is we're going to go through each one, and then we're going to try to see what the community says about them as a whole, man. The community, if nothing else, it is definitely driving engagement because the community seems to be behind it, man. Hey, you see Swante saying, hey, high school wreck, leak. Millie is saying, hey, the game is gone, it's gonna instantly die as soon as GTA 6 drop. Y'all do understand that GTA 6 and 2K are under the same umbrella, and that 2K will have online immediately. However, GTA 6 will not have online immediately. It's always 1 to 2 months later. Plus, the part of GTA that everybody knows and loves, which is RP. I was there at the beginning of GTA 5. Nobody was streaming it. Well, I was streaming it, but nobody was watching it. Nobody really started watching it until RP became a thing, and that was like 2018, and it had its height in 2020 when Bovid happened or what have you. But that's neither here nor there. The game is not going to instantly die, and as long as they do a good job, they should be good to go. But let's go through the different watches real quick. So it started with this: the clock is ticking. You see an arena right there, and you know, I've zoomed in, you can't really see the writing on the arena. Then the next one they had 23 was the train station. Also, if you want to cut that cable cord, do it with your boy, man. Make sure you hit the link down in the description. It's gonna be we got it. Check it out. It'll be on the join the Discord, and I'll hit you up, man. You know, all the channels, all the movies, all that stuff. But back to what we're talking about. Here we go. 23. You're taking a train ride. I guess we're going to the park or what have you. Boom. Next, you got 22. We're at a park. And you can see the backboards, you can see those, but you can't tell it. This almost looks like the park in the W that's in the woods or what have you. So maybe they're telling us the W is coming back, or and in this iteration or what have you. We got a park here. This is something that we haven't seen before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a chain linked fence. You got my boy, hey, King Jordan saying, is this Rucker Park or what have you? Hey, Bash Plug saying, what's up? Hey, Juice says, I'm convinced my idea made it to 2K27. Now, what his idea was, we don't exactly know. Maybe he's just saying, you know, the different parts or what have you. And if you really want to know, like, hey, he said they're like, you know, what's the idea? Nobody said anything, so there's no response. 20 is an actual arena. Maybe this is the wreck, but it looks like almost like, bro, this almost looks like on the floor of like a monster truck rally or something, like inside the stadium where the ground is dirt or what have you. But maybe it's like a new proving ground, and it's like the arena where they have to prove themselves, and you know, it's like a fight to the death, like a Roman, you know, something like that. Who knows what that is? Then we clearly have another park, which is this is what King Jordan and some other people were saying. Hey, my guy Cole the Man was in here. He's like, okay, look, NBA 2K gonna have me like this doing that. They said, all right, this one kind of moving me. Hey, Swante says Sunset Beach Cruiser leak. And then hey, we got my guy Cole the Man, Venice Beach. A lot of people think that's Venice Beach. Solo says that right there as well. Probably Venice Beach. I don't see the weight sets out there. I don't see people out there getting swole and stuff like that, but hey, could be. But and then last but not least, we have the locker room. Now, this is where I want to kind of get into some stuff and just see what people are saying about the entire thing. Stretch, we're gonna get to you in a second, man, because he's talking about some stuff, man. But hey, look, Chris says, what court does this look like? And then and so it comes up and it just says that looks like Venice Beach courts in Los Angeles, the outdoor courts right by the beach where the palm trees, boardwalk vibe and an ocean in the background. Hey, look, this is what somebody says. Hey, they says, hey, my court in any mode, better rival system, better betting is mainstream. Let us wager, let us wager in the game with soft currency. You can already do that though. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You can always do this. That's called ante. What are we talking? See, these are the things with the network UI options, mercy mechanics. Mercy, I guess if you get beat to death, you can get out of there. More advanced stats in the player card and stuff like that. This dude dropped a whole dissertation on what he thinks should happen, man. Hey, we're gonna drop that right here. Look, why not? Why not look at it like this? Hey, he says, look, hold holodeck menu where you can press start, you go to my court or what have you like that. That'll be cool right there. I can't lie about that. Hey, I guess he wants a better mall, but we already had this stuff, and people didn't like running through the mall, running through the strip mall, and all of that stuff, man. Like, we can say these things, but a lot of this stuff we already had. And then, hey, what he says, triple threat MT swags in the mall or what have you. Like I said, we had that NBA stadium for my career practice facility. This is a lot of stuff that he's talking about. Mercy rule, I wouldn't be totally against, because sometimes, bro, you do just want to get up out of there. Now, the only problem with the mercy rule would probably be that a lot of times, like, we have that in League of Legends and games like that, and a lot of times people will try to hold you hostage. If you you might want to do the mercy rule, they won't let you do it. They're gonna just hold you hostage. You're gonna stay in this game, and some people are like, I'm never gonna quit. I'll never die, never surrender. And it's just like, some games are unwinnable. You just need to go ahead and govern yourselves accordingly. But hey, that's just how it is. But on to the pièce de résistance, man. What I want to really talk to y'all about today, man, and it's this right here. This is a list that Stretch has been dropping on every single post, man. We're gonna look at what some people are talking about, with the locker room. Then we're gonna get to Stretch's post, man, because I want to give him his time, and he deserves the time. Because, like I said, I don't agree with a lot of this stuff, but hey, anytime the 2K community is for progress and they painstakingly post something on every joint, it must be important, man. Hey, and then so here we go with Mitch. We're gonna look at a couple more first though. Mitch says, hey, 2K loves showing the background of a cutscene so that you think it's part of the game. NBA 2K literally has the worst marketing out there of any game. I used to be ready for the next 2K. This company is a effing joke, man. Hey, he says, wait, it's dropping early this year. I don't know what they're talking about in that. Don't even really worry about that. But on to what Stretch is talking about, because I want to look at some of his talking points. And this is just where we go. He says, 6 years is time for it's time for actually brand new 2K with the skill gap. Now, this is the things that he's saying would contribute to the skill gap. I'm going to start at the bottom and we'll go to the top, man. Or maybe we should do that. First, the balanced builds as an example, man. This is asinine. No, this is never going to happen. Balanced builds do absolutely nothing to make the game balanced. I mean, you can say balanced builds, but they shouldn't have to balance the builds for us. And I think that the builder does an excellent job of balancing the game. You can't do everything, no matter what you say or what you think. No build in this game can do everything. Now, you can do a lot of things, but you're not going to be able to do everything. You won't be able to do everything at a proficient level. You're going to be capped somewhere. Cap breakers do somewhat help mitigate that, but you have to play the game a lot in order to get cap breakers. And somebody that plays the game more than the next person, they should have a decided advantage over the next person, because if the only price of admission is VC, then the game gets stale, it gets boring quick, and the cap breakers give you something to play for. So you won't see this happen because cap breakers are a thing. I'm saying all that to say this: you will never see standard bills come back. And plus, I like the idea of y'all f***ing up y'all bills anyway, so I love that right there. The thing is this: they're not going to play the game for you. It is an interesting idea though, but it is already somewhat like this, because you can't have all these joints maxed out like you could in 2K21. But look, he's saying if you got 99 3-pointer, then you should be able to have a 70 dunk, a 90 ball handling should be the max, I guess, or what have you. And these must be point guard builds or what have you, because like I can tell you right now that like in 2K17 we had guys that were 7'3", and those guys that were 7'3", Those guys had a 94 three ball. And I know a lot of people don't remember that because a lot of people just talk and they haven't played it, but those guys were unguardable. You couldn't really do anything. They would you would get two stretches out there, get one stretch, and then they would just get two guys with brick wall, and then they would just set screens on you, and then the stretch would just shoot over you. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people don't remember that. Stretches also could do a lot of dribbling in 2K17 also. Not as much as they could in 16, because in 16 I was like, yo, they gotta lock these moves off, and they did lock the moves off, and they did it by the attributes, because in 16 you could get any move. It was just that the speed with which the move came out was tied to your attributes. In 17, the ability to get the move itself was tied to the attributes. But anyway, he's saying if you got a 99 three ball, then you got to have a 70 dunk. 70 dunk ain't even that bad. And then you end up having a 60 perimeter. That is absolutely crazy, bro. Ain't nobody going for that, bro. But I do understand what you're trying to say. You got a 99 three-pointer, you get a 75 dunk, 85. These are just examples of what have you, 70 perimeter. So if I can shoot the ball, apparently what he's saying is shooting must be the most end-all, be-all attribute, and if you can shoot the ball, you can't have defense. So if you got 80 perimeter, then you can get an 85 three ball. So what if I get so with that, it's going to be inversely proportionate. So if I get a 99 perimeter, I can only have a 70. I can have I'm only gonna have a 63 ball or something like that, bro. Nobody's going for that, bro. Locks is not about to just stand in the corner and not be able to do anything at all anymore. Stand in the corner and then just be completely useless. That's not about to happen. I do understand the sentiment, but it's just not about to happen. So he's saying archetypes, no more demigod builds, bro. The whole point of the game is to be able to do whatever you want to do. The builder is very balanced, in my opinion. The reason that it doesn't seem balanced is because defense in the game itself is an issue. If I feel like if the game was, if defense was properly balanced, I don't think we'll have any problems. I don't think anybody will be mad at that. Let's drop over here. Anyway, on to what he was saying next. Is it cutting some of his stuff off right there? 2K20. Yeah, it is cutting some of it off. We'll go back to right here. Archetypes, that's not happening. They make too much money off of the bills. Nobody's gonna make a lot of bills if you can't tweak the bill and make it your own. So that's not happening, and I don't think anybody wants that. Remove fading, moving shots only. All right, so is fading not a moving shot? I don't get what he's trying to say. Maybe he just said fading from three, because like moving shots and a fade is a moving shot. Like you don't have to be fading away from the basket. Maybe he's saying pull-ups is all we need and stuff like that, but that's not gonna happen. You're gonna fade. A moving shot is me fading to the right, fading to the left, all of that stuff. If you want to make it dramatic, if you want to make it be a lot more difficult to do, I'm with that, but you got to be able to do it. It's got to be in the game, man. And if y'all really want to know, that's been in the game for every year too. I mean, T-Man fading every 2K. Well, that's why we used to call him Darth Vader. Like nobody could stop that, and he was doing it before anybody was. But it's only a problem now that it's open to the mainstream, I suppose. But yeah, Noah used to get on that baseline and fade all the game, bro. You couldn't stop it. Anyway, next he says, remove tempo. I don't understand the assault on tempo. I really don't, but I do understand it. I'm gonna explain that last. Legend badges, bro. You do understand that the legend badge is just Hall of Fame. They didn't add another tier. They just broke Hall of Fame into two joints. I don't think legend badges are stronger than Hall of Fame badges. And plus they got the max plus twos and that, bro. They're not about to do that. That's never gonna go away. I don't think legend badges are the problem. I think that the issue is we can't play defense. And like you got defensive legend badges too, and we kind of need those because you can't play defense, bro. Could you imagine if there was no legend level in this game? I think it would just be crazy and put Hall of Fame difficulty everywhere. And you already know they're not gonna do that because y'all like how easy shooting is. I'm telling y'all, the attack on tempo shooting is not a real attack on tempo shooting. People the problem with it is shooting is too easy. Some of these shots that people make when they're making them in people's faces and stuff like that, you shouldn't be able to make the shot, period. I don't care about people making shots when they're wide open. But some of these contested shots, they shouldn't go in, period. People actually like the game. They like it being this easy. But it's just like saying, like, look, this is what it is. It's the elephant in the room, bro. It's just like saying you like 200 pounds Samoan women. That's what it is. Everybody like them, but nobody wants to admit it, because if you admit it, then that's not the cool thing to say. So everybody likes how easy it is shooting in this game. Everybody likes how easy it is scoring in this game. Everybody wants it to stay the same so they can look like they're good on a 2K that they've never been good at. But the thing is, they want it to try to, want to try to limit it and be like, well, people wouldn't be able to do this as much if it was button. I promise you, they would adapt, they would figure it out. The issue is the pure green window. And the issue also is the fact that it's not dynamic in any way. So when I can test you, you can still make every shot. People love being able to take bad shots and not having to take wide open shots in order to make it. But they just want it to be some separation so I can do it, but you can't do it. But 2K can't do that. It's a threshold. It's either you can do something at a high clip or you can't do it at all. This year, taking those contested shots is one of those things, man. But anyway, I don't talk too long about it, man. Y'all understand what it is, bro. People love the way the game is. They love that it's easy. They love that shooting is easy. And everybody wants everything to be just like it is. This is what they want. More people are playing this 2K right now than they've played any other 2K or what have you. That dude wants to take that shot with the 7-4 guy. That's why he got it like that. That's why he made the 7-4, because that's what he wants to do. But then they have a problem with it when Quavo comes back and he shoots the ball with the button or what have you, man. But that's all I'm saying. Like that right there, people want that to be an open shot. But they want there to be some separation between who can do it and who can't. I don't want it to be separation. I just don't want people to be able to make that shot, period. If somebody's standing right there on top of your feet, you shouldn't be able to make the shot. Period, point blank. If they're standing there with their hand, it should be tougher. It should be a tougher shot. They're standing there with their hands up, it should be nigh impossible to make that shot. That's what I'm saying, man. But like I said, man, I understand what his list is. It's a lot of good sentiment. They're not going to do it. And I'm going to tell you why they're not going to do it, because they're making too much money doing it the way that they're doing it. It just is what it is. And tempo, like remove tempo. I promise you that if you could contest shots in the way that you're supposed to be able to contest shots, nobody would care about tempo. It's just that tempo is easier. Nobody's saying that it's not. But that's not what the issue is. The issue is that you can make those shots, period. But like I said, maybe the list would do it. Y'all let me know. Would this list go a long way to helping 2K be more competitive? And they do have modes where you can do this. You don't get to choose where it is. You can go into rec. You can go into pro-am, and you can go to those places and you can play the game, and it will be on Hall of Fame difficulty, and everything will be much more difficult. But no, they're not gonna do it everywhere. But that's what we've been asking forever anyway, ranked and unranked. And now we want to just try to take it over. You give them an inch, they take them out. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. If you want to try to cut that cable cord, do it with your boy. Hit me up. Link down in the description. That is this in the Discord, all the channels, all the movies, all the TV shows, all that stuff. And I will holler at y'all next time. Till next time. It's your boy Jay Easy, aka Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ. Godspeed.